Hello everybody and welcome back to Games for Dads and another cool top 10 countdown video. Today we're going to be counting down the top 10 cards to build decks around. Yep, the top 10 cards for deck building. Okay, let's get straight into it. At number 10 we have got the Great Dying. What a cool card to build a deck around this is. The Great Dying. On the return, for every paleontology card you have played this game, your paleontology cards, wherever they are, lose -10 permanently. And your life on land and oceans and sea cards, wherever they are, gain 6 permanently. So not a bad card to start building a decent deck around. Quite difficult to get. He's a limited legendary, 9 for 78, but you can have a lot of fun building a deck around the Great Dying. Okay, at number 9, one of the all-time classics, the World Turtle. Still pretty strong, not as strong as he used to be, but you can still build a really cool deck around this card. The World Turtle, what does it do? On the play, if your deck has exactly 4 arts and culture cards, your arts and culture cards, wherever they are, gain 14 until played, and then you can repeat that for each album. So the key with this one is you want to go 4, 4, 4 and 4, that's 12. Or 16 even. Yeah, 4, 8, 12, 16 I should say. So you can put 4 different albums in there and get 14 extra power on each of those cards until played, wherever they are as well. Pretty cool cards still. Okay, carrying on with our top 10 countdown at number 8. This is a cool card. At number 8 we have got, keeping you in suspense for a second, my button is stuck, there we go. At number 8 we have got Carl Linnaeus. Cool guy this one. If you don't know it, then have a look at him, because on the draw, if your deck is exactly 9 life on land cards and exactly 9 science cards, your cards wherever they are gain plus 14 until played. So you can build a 9 and 9 deck, 9 life on lands and 9 science cards around this guy, Carl Linnaeus. Cool card. I built some really good decks with him as well if you want to check out one of those videos. But he makes our countdown at number 8. Moving on, number 7, similar card, Carl Sagan. If your deck is exactly 9 science cards and exactly 9 space cards, your science cards wherever they are gain plus 16 until played, and your space cards wherever they are cost -1 until played. So pretty useful guy. Definitely you can build a deck around Carl Sagan. Cool card. So he makes our chart at number 7 of cards to build decks around. Okay, what have we got at number 6? Cool card. Quite a new one, this one, the Virgo Man. Very similar to Carl. On the play, if your deck is 9 or more science cards, your arts and cultures cards, wherever they are, gain 18 until played, and vice versa. So you can do a 9 and 9 again, 9 science and 9 arts and cultures with this card. Absolutely awesome for deck building. So he made our chart at number 6 of cards to build decks around. Moving on then, what have we got next at number 5? Quite a cool card, Consciousness. Love this card actually. If your deck is exactly 9 arts and cultures cards, your science cards wherever they are gain 18 until played. And if your deck is exactly 9 science cards, your arts and culture cards wherever they are gain 18 until played. So again, another 9 and 9, 9 arts and cultures and 9 science cards. Consciousness, you can definitely build a super cool deck around this card. So that makes our chart at number 5. Number 4, what a cool card this one is if you like playing these heavy cards. It's the Tally Monster. What does it do? On the draw, your cards wherever they are with 70 or more base power gain plus 22 until played. Amazing if you build a deck with that. And on the return, your remaining cards in hand with 7 or more base energy cost -2 for 3 turns. So you see a lot of boxing decks and a lot of decks kind of crafted around the Tally Monster. But definitely a card to make our top 10 and definitely a card to build a deck around. Number 3, what a cool card this one is, Eros. One of the best deck building cards in my opinion. On the play, if your deck is exactly 2 arts and culture cards, give those cards wherever they are 20 until played. Wherever they are and plus 20. Fantastic. And then you can repeat that for each of the other albums. So the key here is to put 2 cards from every single album and you're going to get pretty much the maximum buff from Eros. Definitely worth building a deck around. Number 2, I'm sure a lot of people had this at number 1, but he makes number 2 for me. Fantastic card for a 6/6/6 deck, the Statue of Liberty. If your deck is exactly 6 science cards, your science cards, wherever they are, gain plus 21 until played, and then repeat for each album. So the key is, excuse me, the key here is 6, 6, and 6, and you're going to get 21 extra power on every single one of your cards, wherever they are, until played. So what is going to be number 1? Well, before we reveal my number 1, let's have a few honourable mentions. Birds are a real cool card here. If your deck has 4 or more science cards, your birds and espionage cards, wherever they are, gain plus 24 until played. You can definitely build a card around that with birds and espionage. Not a bad card, fairly new as well, but he's definitely worth an honourable mention. Another honourable mention goes to, this is a cool card, Organic Replication. If your deck is exactly 9 science cards, your remaining life on land cards in hand gain plus 25 this round, and vice versa. So definitely worth an honourable mention. Didn't quite make the top 10, but he wasn't far away, as was Binary. Another cool card for deck building. Your cards, wherever they are, with 2 or less base energy, gain 22 for 4 turns. So absolutely awesome if you're building a tiny deck, and you can definitely build something around Binary. Another honourable mention goes to Jin. If your deck has 5 or more space cards, your life on land cards, wherever they are, gain 15 until played. If your deck has 5 or more life on land cards, your ocean and sea cards, wherever they are, gain 15 until played. And if your deck has 5 or more oceans and sea cards, your space cards, wherever they are, gain plus 15 until played. So the key here is you want 5 or more space, 5 or more life on lands, and 5 or more oceans and seas, and you're going to get some serious buffs on your cards wherever they are until played. Not many people use him to build decks, but he's definitely cool, and he's definitely worth an honourable mention. That is Jin. Another honourable mention, I think we've got one more before we reveal our top 10. Another honourable mention, or are we going straight to our number 1? No. Attenborough. I guess he's named after David Attenborough. I'm not sure. But anyhow, he's a cool card to build a deck around. If your deck has 6 or fewer oceans and sea cards, your oceans and sea cards, wherever they are, gain 15 power for 6 turns. Repeat for life on lands and paleontology. So obviously you want 6 oceans and seas, 6 life on lands, and 6 paleontologies. And you can build yourself an absolutely awesome deck. Not bad at all. That's the Attenborough. Cool card as well, actually. Don't really use that one. And another one I never use, but he's definitely worth an honourable mention, is the Shea Juju. The Shea Juju. What a cool bird he is. On the draw, if your deck has 3 or more paleontology cards, your unruly rulers cards, wherever they are, gain plus 20 for 2 turns. Repeat for life on land and for science. So quite cool. Didn't quite make the top 10, but definitely worth an honourable mention. And you don't see many paleontology cards, so I like to include them whenever I can. But that's an honourable mention for Shea Juju. So here we go, guys. Our number 1, or my number 1. I'm sure a lot of people will disagree, but I think the best card to build a deck around still is number 1. Cards to build decks around is Bobby Worm. Still an absolutely phenomenal card for building a deck around. What does he do? On the return, all cards, wherever they are, with 50 or more base power, lose minus 25 until played. That is absolutely phenomenal. Minus 25 until played. That's Bobby Worm. Definitely worth building a deck around him. You can have a lot of fun. You can do a lot of damage to your opponent. And like I said, even though he's been nerfed a few times, he is still probably, as I said, in my opinion, the best card to build decks around. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the top 10. Like I said, as always, the list is probably quite controversial. Do leave your top 10 in the comments below. I'm really keen to find out what everybody else thinks. Certainly on their number 1, number 2s and number 3s. And let me know if I've missed anything. I don't think I have, but maybe I've missed a cool card that you can build an excellent deck around. Anyhow, thanks for watching. We've got some more top 10s coming up over the next few days. And in the meantime, before my voice disappears, take care everybody. Give us a like if you can, and we will see you soon. Bye.